space. Station on 2 for Cygnus. In Block 2, the command panel LED status is nominal. High range is 252.37. In Monitor 1, the light is inside the corridor. The vehicle size matches the outline. The light is about half of a vehicle width starboard of the circle. The circle is the same, about half a vehicle width starboard of the center of the corridor. In Monitor 3, the light is inside the corridor. The vehicle size matches the outline. The light in Hawthorne, California that we saw earlier, he's keeping tabs on the Dragon spacecraft and communicating its status throughout mission control.
And the rate is 0.623. Copy.
You're just now tuning in. You are looking at the Soyuz MS-16 spacecraft. 3 crew members on board, NASA's Chris Cassidy and Roscosmos cosmonauts Anatoly Ivanishin and Ivan Wagner.
107.
Progress steadily slowing its approach to the International Space Station as planned. Now flying over northern Italy, about to cross over the Adriatic Sea.
Range 0.215 kilometers, rate 16 meters per second.
Joint operations between HTV flight control teams and International Space Station flight control teams tracking HTV's flight right on track for a capture at 7:15 a.m. Central Time, 8:15 a.m. Eastern.
Station with the block Bravo coming through 100 meters. The light is within the core of the vehicle, matches the outline of both monitors. The light is in the circle, and the circle is offset from the corridor center about a quarter of a vehicle length aft and a third of a vehicle width to the starboard. That matches both monitor 1 and monitor 3.
Copy for both monitors, and that is what we are expecting. Good words.
Regaining some high-definition video and audio from the International Space Station. HTV still making a good approach towards the International Space Station, heading towards a 30-meter hold point, crossing 80 meters at this point, still holding at a good rate of 0.1 meters per second. Space Station and HTV now over the southern border of Mongolia. Nearly 5,000 pounds of pressurized cargo, fresh food, supplies, and science hardware inside HTV. About 3,000 pounds of cargo is in the unpressurized section of HTV. That's towards, if you're looking at the structure of the HTV vehicle, towards the middle there. About to cross over the terminator line into orbital darkness just off the eastern coast of Siberia.
Station with a block Bravo coming through 43 meters. Everything seems to be converging nicely. The light is within the quarter. The vehicle size matches the outline. The light is in the circle, and the circle is only slightly starboard and slightly aft of the crosshairs. And good report on both monitor 1 and 3.
This is Mission Control Houston. You heard good words from the crew aboard the International Space Station. Their view of HTV and all the telemetry they're receiving has them go. Now conducting a go-no-go poll here in Mission Control Houston.
cue card.
Copy, go for capture sequence, step 4 and work.
There you have it. International Space Station flight control teams from across the globe go for capture of HTV this morning, right on time. HTV and International Space Station approaching the southwestern coast of Africa now. This is Mission Control Houston. If you're just tuning in, HTV holding steady at its capture position, 9.2 meters from the station. Chris Cassidy aboard the International Space Station, NASA astronaut and International Space Station commander, aided by Yvonne Wagner of Roscosmos, configuring the station's robotic arm that you see poised to the bottom left of your screen for capture of HTV-9 this morning.
At this point, Dragon now approaching waypoint 0.
And really at this point it's all relative maneuvers, a very slow and steady approach to the station. Of course, that small translational test with Bob and Doug commanding Dragon to do some small manual piloting maneuvers.
This moment, we're less than a mile away from station. Dragon just under 1,200 meters away, continuing to close the gap. Pretty slow rate right now, moving in at only about 1.7 meters per second. We're gonna
You can see much more clearly there the hinge mechanism for the nose cone. Those 4 black circles are the forward bulkhead Dracos, not to be used at this time. And then of course the pedals of the soft capture system.
We are just 5 meters away. We are inside the hands-off point, the chopped crew hands-off point. 1 meter to go. Soft capture complete.
It has been 3 hours since the Progress began its journey with its launch from Site 31 of the Baikonur Cosmodrome. Progress passing just to the south of Casablanca.
Space Station, basic round 1, fly round
commenced. Passing just to the south of Florence, Italy right now. And progress in the process of rotating itself so that its solar arrays are at the right orientation angularly for final approach for docking to piers.
On your own and go to prepare's original. Copy all 4 LEDs are on. And please do that from display 44. Copy all, and the command is confirmed. And I deactivated. Yes, we can see that, and the operation is on.
And with everyone in Korolyov very pleased with what they're seeing, final approach has begun. Space station now flying into an orbital sunset over Central Europe. Around 10 minutes away from contact and capture.
The flights are off, not aligned. Are we going to switch to manual control Moscow? Stand by, we don't have a go yet. Okay, we are standing by. The roll is around 5 degrees, so the misalignment on the right is around 2 squares. Yes, we see the same. Please stand by. Everything is nominal, Anatoly. Don't do anything. Here it is.
Contact confirmed. Capture confirmed.
Flag.
It was all done by automatic control of the Corps' rendezvous system. Docking confirmed at 12:45 p.m. Central Time, 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time.